Good morning, Geekdom. It's me, the artisan MC, on this drive time, which is sit time at the moment. Like, share, subscribe, support, stream if you feel so inclined, and it is time for fastest live stream west of the Mississippi. And I wonder if I could even call it spoiler talk for Ahsoka. Now, it's not really spoiler because nothing really fucking happened in this. Nothing really happened. Well, Spectrum Kid Theater. Lights and sounds, bright lights, big explosions. Very thin on dialogue and story and character progression. Put it that way. So I don't know if nothing to spoil. If you're a surface level Star Wars watcher, you got everything you wanted to see. It lightsabers flying around, ship to ship fights, people talking about shit you don't know anything about. Somebody using the Force. Got everything you wanted. Everything you wanted. Go deeper. I guess the rumor mill, theory crafting, speculation game can all get played up really big. Me, the only thing I'm really thinking about is I did a 25-minute fire review of this last night when I watched it. It wasn't at midnight. It's like at 8 o'clock. And when I went back to edit it, I downloaded it, got ready to edit it to put it up for you guys last night. Stayed up late, mind you. There was no sound on it. No sound. So I got a lot of expression. No sound. Nope. Couldn't hear anything. So I was pissed off. I went to bed. That's probably my fault it is my fault for not checking the mic. But I had just been turning it on and off. Maybe it was too much of that Toki. I was drinking that Toki last night, finished off that bottle. So maybe that did it. I don't know. Feeling too good about myself. But midnight when I stayed up, I was tired to edit that. I was pissed. I was pissed. I went to bed angry. Woke up a little less so, but still upset that I don't have that review up for the moment. So I'm not gonna repeat it because, like I've told you guys before, these streams are like they're not like play our set and then we roll to the next town and play it again. Nope, it is jazz. It's in the flow. It's in the moment. Never be that way again. You gotta catch it when you catch it. Hit record it. And here we are. So I'll talk about the show. I'll talk about it out of order. And that should, I guess, leave something for you people who actually want to watch it, go through it. In short, the parts that are long in it don't need to be long. They could have been shorter. So there is that. What up, King Parrish? There is no continuity to the writing. No, there isn't. This is what happens. Look, I've thought about this for a few years, right? Once CDs came in, right? And understanding what digital technology was to analog technology, right? from going from a tape or record, which is one recording of you sitting down and doing your craft, to digital, where yeah, you're sitting down and doing that, but it's taking samples so many, seconds or millions of a second. It's taking samples and stringing those together, and that is now the digital recording. That there is no step between one and two. There's no gradient between one and two. There's just one, two, one, two. There's not 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. There's none of that. It's just one and two. If you understand how people raised like that think, that's how they think. They think digitally. They jump from one thing to the next thing. There's no progression of thought in between. And this is what you're seeing. You talk about continuity. What is continuity? Continuity means a consistent through line, right? Continuous. Root word, continuity, continuous. Digital format is not, it has no continuity. It's broken. By its very inception, it is broken. It makes a new continuity, but the continuity has gaps in it. So it's like the road on the side of your freeway. Yeah, it's broken. You can pass in between them, but that solid line over there, yeah, don't go over there. Consistently, don't go over there. It's broken when you can jump in and out. It's fun. So people raised, or children raised in that fashion of not having a continuous thought all the way out, to me, exhibit those signs of jumping from thing to thing. They don't follow a thought out completely. It's like they can't. That's not how their brain is wired. Like, you hear me do a review, you'll see me start from the beginning to the end, and I will fill you in all the way through. You watch somebody younger do a review, they jump all over the place because that's how their mind works. Now, I'm not shitting on them for it. It's just a different way than human beings' minds used to work. It is. It makes it a little hard to follow. Or if you're an old fucker like me, that's math bomb, who wants to see the through line through this and don't feel like sewing it together from all these disparate parts, you're like, this is tiring. This is not what you did in the last episode. This doesn't even make sense. You have to be the one to point out stuff like that. And you're just being a hater. But that's jumping to another conclusion really quickly. What's up, Aria? What up, studio? So yeah, it's not continuity. You know what the biggest discontinuity is that I was laughing about last night because I had a drink or two in me? The fact that I got Sabine fighting with a lightsaber again, which I don't freaking want. I don't care about. She is a garbage fighter, dude. I'm going to really have to watch Rebels just so I can see how badass this chick is supposed to be. Because she is garbage on live action screen. Garbage. Worst fighter ever. Worst fighter ever, dude. Suck as a Mando and as a Padawan. You know good with lightsabers, blasters, and gauntlets. Gee whiz. How does that happen? You don't need to be going nowhere in the universe. But be that as it may, Sabine is killing people with lightsabers. And I'm just sitting back having a big chuckle because she stabbed some raider with a lightsaber and the dude goes down and dies. And I'm like, wow, how does that work? I thought lightsabers don't kill people anymore. I mean, you survived that. Don't worry, he's going to get back up. No, she killed him. I'm like, that's convenient. The plot armor is strong with these characters. The hell out of here. That bothered me. It made me laugh though, because I saw it and I'm like, oh, but he's gonna die. Yeah. People got slashes and stabs with lightsabers, with armor on, and died. This chick got stabbed through bare flesh and a little midriff shirt and got up and walked it off. Didn't even have to hit the back to take. I'm like, get the hell out of here, Dave. You suck. You suck. Like, dude, it's bullcrap. Like, oh my God. Aria, that's what I did last night. That's exactly what I did last night, Aria. I did a tipsy Ahsoka review. That's what I did last night. That's why I'm pissed off that you can watch it, but you can't hear anything. So you can see me emoting and going crazy and just rubbing my face like, oh my God, I can't believe I watched this crap. But you can't hear anything. You'd do better for me to put it up and let you guys ad-lib it. Oh my God, it might be funny that way. But otherwise, it's nothing to see. I mean, there's nothing to hear. There's a lot to see. And I'm really pissed off because, look, I did my stream Sunday. You couldn't see me, but you can hear me. I do my stream last night and record it. You can see me, but you can't hear me. I'm like, what in the hell is with StreamYard? What is with StreamYard this week? Like, Jesus, dude. You're making it hard out here for a pimp. You're making it real hard. Seen but not heard. Heard but not seen. Like, God dang, you make it real hard to stream. Really pushing me towards another platform. But that's what it was last night, Ari. It was a tipsy stream. I finished off that Japanese whiskey, a little bit of high C, had my work stuff on, and I was in there early and fresh and washed it. I'm like, oh my God. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. It made it a little bit more bearable. This is how bad you know I was feeling about it. When I found out or remembered that they released Ahsoka on Eastern time, right? 9 Eastern, which was 6 p.m. West Coast time. It was 7, so I was like, oh shit, that's right, it's on right now. Let me turn this on, fire this up, get this recorded, get it done so I can go to bed. I poured me a drink first. That was the first thing I did. I got StreamYard set up. I got the Disney Plus up. I sat down. I got my glass. I poured some Toki in a cup, put a little high C, and mixed it up. That's how I had to do it. So by the time that 40 minutes is over with, and I'm 2 in, I feel real so loose I forgot to turn the mic. Didn't even look at it one time, which I usually do to check to make sure I have it mic on. But there is no repeat if there is no audio. King Paris says she's garbage. That old boy was fighting with just the force, hiding his own out of nowhere. Yeah, look, King. Me and you can talk about. I don't know who else saw this, but me and you can talk about this, Paris. Let's get on a level, man. Let's get on a level with each other right now. Ezra sitting out there doing this gentle fist Tai Chi bull crap. What did you think when you saw that? I mean, for real. Because what I thought was, dude, we already had Donnie Yen. We already had Donnie Yen in the Star Wars universe. Why the hell are you trying to rip off Donnie Yen, but Jet Li, with this Tai Chi bullshit? And go back and watch my damn review for last episode. Oh, it's not even up, so you can't see it. I told you guys, that it was probably going to be some, I hope they didn't do no last Jedi bullshit with Ezra getting his lightsaber back. I was hoping that they didn't do that same goofy shit that Luke Skywalker did in Last Jedi, where he gets the lightsaber, oh, I don't want it, it's just my dad's. I was hoping they didn't do that shit. I said it. Sure enough, we get to this scene, give him his lightsaber back. Sabine, you ain't no good with it anyway. Oh, I don't want it. I don't need it. I got the Force. Who the hell is you? A trained Jedi don't want his lightsaber that he built? Look, you cannot have all that lore about what it means to be a Padawan, what it means to be a Jedi Knight, what it means to be a Jedi, what it means to build your own lightsaber, and have these motherfuckers, somebody returns it to them because it's important. This is your life. And you're like, fuck that. I don't need it. I got the Force. Man, if you don't shut the hell up out here airbending, and that's the other thing it looked like. I saw that shit and I'm like, oh my fucking God. Are you really trying to get me to believe that Dave Filoni turned Ezra into Aang? He force bending. Now, if you know anything about Dave Filoni, he came from Nickelodeon working on what? Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm like, are you kidding me? What is this shit? I was drinking. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. I was drinking on that. Because that is how a watch party should go. You sit down with a drink, we watch this stuff, and everything objectionable we see, gotta take a shot. You gotta take a hit. That's the only way that's gonna make it go down easy. I was like, get the dude. This is the thing with Ahsoka. I'll watch it. I'll pay attention. I'll watch it. Soon as I have to talk about it, I'll get livid. I get pissed off just from having to talk about it. I'm like, what kind of stupid shit is this? Bunch of disconnected scenes. Oh, this will just be a cool scene, and this will be a cool scene, and this will be a cool scene. If I regurgitate what George already did again, my way with my characters, that would be a cool scene, wouldn't it? No. Motherfucker, you regurgitation artist? Like a baby spitting up its food. Not cute. It's a mess. Yeah, Ezra the last force bender. I was pissed. He didn't want his lightsaber. And he out there force bending. Get the fuck out of here. This shit don't make no sense. Now, I would buy that from Donnie Yen. I'd buy it from Donnie Yen. The Force is with me. I am one with the Force. I'd buy it from that character. Because he was freaking blind. And it's Donnie motherfucking Yen. I'd buy it from him. This new dude playing Ezra, like, man, you better get a lightsaber in your hand, Jedi. You're just doing telekinetics, right? Now, part of the thing I went into last night about that was this. When did every Jedi become that strong? When? When did every Jedi become that strong? And that strong in the sense that you can stop a lightsaber with the Force. Every Jedi is not that strong. Especially not no Jedi Knight. Let me break it down for you, for me, on the artisan scale. The worst, absolute zero Force user is Sabine Wren, as far as I'm concerned. Absolute worst, 0 on the scale of 100. You know who sits at the top of the scale at 100? Anakin Skywalker. You know why? He's the virgin birth, created in the Force, chosen one. So he has to sit at the top of the scale. Right? Everybody else was born naturally, right? Okay. From there down, you get Yoda, you get Mace, you get some of the other council members on down, right? Where the hell do you think Ezra ranks in that? And understand, Obi-Wan Kenobi is the Rock Lee of the Jedi Order. No real talent, trained really hard, became a master, sat on the council. Obi-Wan Kenobi wasn't stopping lightsabers with the Force. So how in the hell is Ezra stopping the Force with a lightsaber? Stopping a lightsaber with the Force. My God, I hadn't seen anybody do that since that crappy ass Obi-Wan Kenobi show when Vader did it, which makes sense. Ezra doing it doesn't make sense. Why? Because you're just giving him ability from other people. Plot armor. Man, this shit is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. When did he get that strong? From what I remember from Rebels, the baddest ass Jedi that you want to see in that stuff was Kanan Jarrus. Not Ezra. He was the young one, right? The Padawan, the learner. So when did he get so strong? I'm waiting for some fanboy to explain that shit to me. Try to fill up the holes in Dave Filoni's fucking stories and the inconsistencies in his digital thinking. Yeah, the reason why, King, there's no story progression, characters just pop in doing shit, because it is digital thinking. One moment to the next moment, the next cool thing I want to see and have them do, and just throw it in there. It doesn't have to progress anywhere. It just has to be shown. They've done it, so now they can do it. No rhyme, no reason, no continuity. Just shit happening. Oh, I guess we could just do that now. No sense. What up, BMT? Trigger Man in the building. And I was on Division Heavy the other night, but I wasn't streaming it, so you didn't know. Doing that season. I got that season pass, boy. I've been taking fools out. Been working out some aggression. On my light machine gun right now, boy, and I'm loving that, just letting off of somebody. So satisfying. So satisfying. Yeah, if the highest Sith couldn't do that, why the hell is these low-level, brand new to the world characters doing it? Because he's just cherry picking, pulling shit that he likes and throwing it onto his characters to give them that ability. That's why I say Ahsoka looks like the biggest Build-A-Mary Sue ever for the longest amount of time, because she just keeps popping up with new abilities, and now Ezra got one. And it's all taken from other characters. That's all it is. Look, man, King, since me and you still talking on the level, I assume you see Empire Strikes Back. And you saw this episode. When they jumped out of the Purgils, excuse me, and start flying through the debris field of dead whale bodies. Did that remind you of Empire Strikes Back at all? You know, flying through the asteroid field and trying to escape the Empire and hiding inside of a little cave. which at least in the Ahsoka show was the carcass of a space whale. In Empire Strikes Back, it was just what was, I guess, a lizard or some shit. Same regurgitated shit. 6 fucking episodes of a show, and every episode is something regurgitated from Star Wars itself. That is not original. Your version of somebody else's work. You fucking tracer. What the hell is that? That's what I saw when I watched it. I said, Empire Strikes Back. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's what I'm going to get now, too? Jeez. Bruh, where's the originality? Where's the A material? I mean, for real, where's the A material? That shit pissed me off. Pissed me off. Just want to see my space world. Everything has been, King. Everything has been plucked from somewhere else. Somewhere else in Star Wars, somewhere else in someone else's show. That's what I was talking to my coworker. He's a Star Wars fan. He's 24, 20-something years old, right? So he's in this age group. He's a Clone Wars kid, right? And I'm sitting here telling him this shit because we're talking. Somebody at work asked us about Ahsoka because he's a non-fan. Just start watching the stuff on Disney Plus, and we're sitting there having a conversation about it. Like, no, this show is perfect for somebody like you because you don't know shit about this, and it's designed for somebody like him because he only grew up on the Clone Wars. Well, for a motherfucker like me, I'm hating this shit. I'm hating it. And not because I just want to hate on Dave. I hate on Ahsoka or a female character. That ain't it at all. This shit is just not good. And I'm not a hater to say that. All it is, what I told them, is buffet style creation. You cherry picked it from somewhere else. And like going to a sketchy buffet, some of the stuff you put on your plate, some is old favorites, some of it look good, and some of it you know is going to have your ass in the bathroom later because it was shit. It was shit. You are going to regret eating that later on. You can just know it. Look, they're going into Luca's vault to grab the stuff that he didn't want to use it to say, look, we put this in there. And then it looks like crap. Like them transports, them heavy transports that Thrawn had his troops on, they look like shit. The final version was the best version. Because this version, that clunky looking garbage with opening up TIE fighter sails on the front looks stupid. It looks about as out of place in Star Wars as them freaking mods in Book of Boba Fett. Just as ridiculous, just as out of place. Like, oh, that back part looks familiar, but that front needs some work. That's probably what George said. That's why I threw that shit to the side. Said, no, things should probably look sleeker. It's the height. The height of the Republic. It should probably look a little better than that. Yes, it should. Not this clunky, pieced together bullcrap. Oh no, this looks like shit. That shit should have stayed unseen, unused. But just because you can go through somebody else's old toy box, don't make you creative. You're not the only one who can. They just don't want to. Look, these oh my God. These little asshats are so in love with the Clone Wars that they cannot say a bad thing about it because this is the only Star Wars they fucking feel tied to. This is the one that they grew up on. That's why I don't shit on them all the way. But look, being critical is not a bad thing. That's why critical thinking is a study, is a science. You have to have it to navigate life. 1 second, y'all. Let me roll through this Soul Gate situation. Critical thinking is a tool you have to develop for a reason. 1 second. Looking at my ID like the shit was still wet. They could like, what? So other people see it too. Other people see it too. It's just some people don't want to accept it. They want to deny the reality because they want to be in so much love with having something that they like. Well, having something you like ain't making the product no better. Now, it was funny as hell sitting at work talking about this before I ever watched the episode, where my coworker, who is not even a casual, he just watched Disney Plus. He's seen the movies in the theaters. He watched the stuff that come on Disney Plus, but the larger connection to all of it, reading the novels and stuff like that, comics and stuff, he don't know all that shit. He don't even give a shit. He said the same thing I've been saying forever. Why don't they just go forward with the storytelling? I was like, oh my fucking God. Yes, that's exactly what I've been saying the whole time. Just go forward. Stop playing around in the sandbox. George did the Clone Wars. It's over. Move on. They can't. They won't. They refuse. Which is what I've been saying. The reason why they don't is because they have no vision. They have no vision forward. This motherfucker driving slower than 15 miles an hour. They have no vision forward. They have no idea where to go forward. That's why the only thing they can keep doing is jumping back further and further into the past, fucking up more and more of the canon, introducing more and more inconsistencies into the canon, pulling more and more on legends so they can use that shit and mangle it. And from this non-fan was like, I want to see them do some Knights of the Old Republic. I said they plan to, but they're gonna fuck that up too. Even the Clone Wars kids said it. Like, nah, they're gonna fuck that up. Yes, they will fuck it up. Yes, they will. If this is the level of, oh, we wanna bring George's vision back and use stuff from Legends as any idea, that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna fuck it up. They're gonna mangle that shit because they're gonna try to find some way to make sure his character is highlighted and all that shit. So I'm not looking forward to seeing the next episode, but I'm guessing since everything else has been a regurgitation, I'm just guessing that this last episode will probably end the same way Return of the Jedi did. Or it'll end the same way Empire Strikes Back did, with a fucking cliffhanger. Oh, so you can watch his movie. Why the fuck do I want to see it? So I can watch you regurgitate something else for 2 hours straight? No. Nah, bro. Nah. I'm not interested. I'm really not. I'm really not interested in having you fuck with my memories like that. I'm just not. How do you justify spending millions of dollars on that crap? He did his master's bidding. You know where what's that film producer John Peters came from? The weird dude who always liked putting spiders and everything. You know where he came from? He was somebody's hairdresser. Became a studio head, signing off on these movies. That'll let you know some shit. But that's it. I'm getting out of here. I got to get to work. Got to go throw on my Barney shirt and have some fun with these characters. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I've been Artisan MC. I approve of this rant. Yeah, I dropped the F bomb, but look, it's hard to resist when some of this stuff is that damn bad. So I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.